Let's talk about multicultural education. First of all, what is multicultural education? Multicultural education is any form of text, curriculum that incorporates the histories, texts, values, or beliefs of people from different cultural backgrounds. And so its intent is to provide an equal education for each student, no matter what culture or background they may come from, and to provide a safe, positive environment for all students so that they can enjoy learning about each other and can feel safer in an environment of students and educators who understand who they are, where they come from, and, their cultural background. And so that is the intent. Multicultural education, or the promise of multicultural education, is that we would be learning about each other in such a way that was positive, that was non-combative, that was not negative, and, would try to calm some of the strife that happens in public education settings or in any education settings, so that students feel like they are on an equal playing field or playground with each other, and that they are better equipped to go out into the world, into society when they graduate, and understand about other cultures who they may or may not be working with or working around in their communities. By doing this, the goal is to provide a positive, safe school environment, but also to build up a stronger community that is more understanding and willing to work together and, knows about each other's differences. That's the ideal situation. The problem is multicultural education has kind of gotten a bad rap because many educators kind of put in their own narrative, and that's what we need to avoid. School districts need to sit down and they need to decide on a curriculum, or even, create a curriculum with a board of educators, involve parents, and agree upon what are we teaching in our multicultural education, and make sure that that is cohesive across the board, so that one teacher over here in 11th grade isn't teaching something different than a teacher over here in 9th grade, or, in the lower grades or what have you. When that personal narrative and that personal bias gets in there, per individual educators, that's when multicultural education can get tricky. And that's when it can be upsetting, because it is a personal bias. And so if we're sticking to history and facts, and we're teaching students about each other's cultures, it can be really exciting and it can be a positive thing. That personal narrative by educators or even by parents is what can make it difficult. And, we shouldn't have that in there anyway, right? We are taught to teach to the curriculum, to, let them form opinions, of course, but we don't include our own. And so that should be avoided anyway, even in other kinds of curriculum and lesson plans. So the promise of multicultural education, if done correctly, is that these students and educators feel as if they are in a safe space, because they are every day in their classroom settings, but also they're prepared to go out into the world and work with different kinds of cultures and different kinds of people, understand diversity, be, more on an equal playing ground with each other, at school and outside of the school. And its goal is to build up promise, right? A promise for a better tomorrow, a promise for a more understanding, more, kind society, who is willing to work through each other's differences within goals of success and community insight. So who doesn't want that? The promise of multicultural education is promising if done correctly.